Witch's Hill.
Good evening and welcome back to Witch's Hill.
No.
Why? I wanted to be classy for this intro.
You want to be classy, do you, boy, huh?
So I can't do it, but you can do like an
That's not classy.
That's like old-timey fucking radio guy.
Nah, maybe it is.
Well, that's Pat, I'm Tim. Dick.
What?
And today, we're talking cursed objects. Ooh.
Yeah, and not the kind that we found in his drawer earlier today.
No, that's a different curse.
That's a different curse?
Yeah, I will curse you if you look in there.
Oh, God. It's the curse of the vibrating waves. But today we're going to be talking about curses. But before we get into that, if you have any inquiries, you guys can contact us at witcheshillradio@gmail.com.
And why not join us on an episode live when we go on Facebook? And you could find us at facebook.com/witcheshillradio.
Yes, you guys can join us for many of the lovely things that we do live there, where we dance and we party with all your lovely faces. We also have been doing, watch parties lately.
Well, those are actually getting kind of fun.
They are fun. I didn't realize you can get all these awesome movies that people love, and we can show them to people.
Still saying, by the time this episode goes out, It Chapter 2 is about to come out. We should fucking do a watch party of one of the other It videos.
Yeah, if we can find it. I found it, but it was only part 1, just like The Shining, and it wasn't the full thing. So I'm up in the air with that. I'm trying to find links. If anybody's listening to this and has links for these videos, send it to them or send it to us so that way we can, give it to the world.
Yes.
Give it a fucking horn.
We can all watch it together, guys.
Oh yes, so we can party it up. We can make some lovely popcorn and watch it pop together under the lovely fire. Wow, I delved into a weird spot. Anyway, curses. Back to curses.
Yes, curses. What we are actually talking about today.
Yes. So have you ever been cursed, Tim?
I don't think so. I mean, given recent events, probably.
I mean,
but I don't know.
I was cursed with diabetes. What do you have?
Jesus, dude.
You were cursed with Jesus? Whoa, that's weird. Anyway, the Hope Diamond! Because somebody has to have hope in this world.
Well, first off, before we get into what that is, what is a curse?
A curse?
Oh, look at you failing over there.
Sorry.
A curse? A solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment upon someone or something.
Oh.
Yes, that is a curse. That is the definition of a curse from the dictionary.
Yeah?
Yeah. But if you tell me what a curse is, it's my devilishly bad looks. Anyway, the Hope Diamond.
Okay, yes, let's go into what is the Hope Diamond?
The Hope Diamond is a diamond called Hope.
Is it?
Yes. But don't steal it. I know it's tempting. This is literally the first thing I have written down. You heard it here, folks. Don't steal the diamond. But why? Why shouldn't you do it? Well,
because theft is wrong.
Well, theft was wrong. You'll also probably get shot running away from it because, that's like a lot of fucking money. You'll probably die attempting to get it, but it is worth an estimation of between $200 and $250 million.
You're doing a real good job making me not want to steal that diamond.
Yeah, it's 45.52 carats. I don't know why I went southern with that one.
Well, goddamn.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just in a weird mood today. If you do get it, prepare for a troubled time because the curse will set in and you'll look forward to financial ruin, torture, imprisonment, suicide, lynching, and decapitation. Also watch out for mobs of dogs because they've ripped apart one of the previous owners. Also, a French mob did the same thing to one of the previous owners, and it currently resides in the Smithsonian of Natural History Museum.
So, it just fucks everyone up.
Yeah, it looks really pretty, though.
There's not much hope within the Hope Diamond.
Well,
You hope to survive?
You can hope.
Oh, so many puns.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, man.
Let's move on to other things that make people cry, like the crying boy painting.
The crying boy painting. This one is so weird.
It is weird. It can kind of be explained to an extent. The crying boy painting is a portrait of a very sorrowful boy. He's crying, kind of looking towards the viewer. And he also causes fires.
Oh, so he's a pyromaniac.
Yeah, little baby bastard.
Within a painting.
Yes.
That's a little
He's
bastard.
like, I'm crying, it's too cold. And then he heats everything up with his flame.
Okay, your hand motions, I'm glad the listener couldn't see that because your hand motions were quite questionable right there.
What,
you went like this for a minute.
No, I went like this
whoa.
out from my chest, you pervert. He's not crying because of that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. It's all about boys, isn't it?
Oh, boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy. Well, anyway, this was published in the tabloid The Sun in 1985. A fire starts, and the only thing completely untouched was the painting. An apparent local firefighter claims that there were other fires as well, but all of those crying boy paintings were unscathed.
Okay, so a lot of fires wherever this painting goes, and every time the painting's fine and survives.
Yes, but a guy named Steve Punt, a comedian by nature, was investigating the portrait curse for a BBC Radio 4 production called Punt PI. He found that there was a flame retardant in the varnishing, and that when the portraits fell, they fell face down, allowing the flames to do no damage. But that doesn't quite explain all the other paintings, because he only investigated one from the information that I was gathering.
Okay.
So if all of them had that, I could understand it, maybe like the surrounding thing, but the way that they're kind of pushing this out is that like there is no even singes around the edges. It's just like completely untouched.
Yeah, there's a YouTube video I was watching. I don't have the link currently, but if you just look up the crying boy painting.
We'll put a link down in the description.
The guy literally lights it on fire. And he's just watching the flames go up, and once it gets near the kid, it just goes down and dies out.
Ugh. Yeah, I hope we can find a link for that, because I really want to see that. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's disturbing.
So what's the next one?
It's cold, and it hurts me inside. It's called Utsi. Utsi is a mummy known as the Iceman.
Iceman.
Iceman. Ice, baby. Discovered in 1991 in the Utstal Alps in Italy. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, like I always do.
That's okay.
But you can look it up. They believe Utsi to be from 3,300 BCE.
Oh, he old as shit.
Fuck yeah, he walks with a cane. After he died from exposure, I guess not.
I guess he doesn't walk anymore.
No, you don't know that. They could be up to weird things.
I don't know, for about 5,000 years. 5,500 years.
Just like, what's up, dude? Ready to party? He starts doing keg stands and shit.
I would be a bit... I don't know if I'd be more impressed or terrified.
He gets on a razor scooter and starts dominating a skate park. He's just like, yeah.
If he does a backflip, I'll be mildly impressed, just only because it's a scooter.
And then Capri Sun comes out and turns him into liquid, and he just mystifies away. And I'm just like, shh.
It's the fucking 90s. They're back again.
Yeah, and Sunny D comes running out and is like, am I late? But after he died from exposure, a glacier surrounded him and preserved what it could. I wrote that down like, oh, I'm gonna help you, buddy. And it just like huddles over him like a live grenade. Like, I'm gonna protect you and everybody. And that's what the glacier did.
Glacier protected the little guy.
Yeah. But after all that, after it surrounded him and froze him until our time, the curse began right after his exhuming. People close to the excavation of Utsi soon began to die in brutal ways. Forensic pathologist Rainer Henn died while on the way to giving a speech about the Iceman. Yeah, right? Like, that's ironic.
Can't even talk about it. Fuck.
Yeah, he's like, I'm on my way, no! Like, I don't know what happened, but... I'm just saying.
No.
What? Dark comedy. I'm sorry. You gotta try to lighten it up a little bit. Kurt Fitz, dying in an avalanche.
Wait, what?
I wish everybody could see the look I just gave you. It's just that like, wide-eyed, like, avalanche. Yeah, he died in an avalanche.
Jesus.
Yeah. Where were you, Jesus? He was skiing down with the avalanche.
Oh.
He was like, it's the Inquisition! Dying in an avalanche, but yeah. And then there was Helmut Simon, the one who actually discovered the Iceman, later died from falling off a very dangerous path. In total, they believe 7 deaths can be attributed to the Iceman Utsi.
Oh, fuck, dude. 5,000-year-old and still slaying people.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to laugh at that last part. I was actually trying to clear my throat, so I'm not that cynical right now.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. Later, though, it's another question.
Well, I have a number for you to call if you don't like the way I talk to you, Tim.
Yeah, what's that number?
It's plus 359-888-888-8 8.
It's a lot of 8s.
That's a lot of fucking 8s.
It's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, well, this is a...
What country is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't look up the area code.
Well,
359? I'm not sure. This is a deadly and very mysterious phone number. In the early 2000s, the number was issued, and all who have had it have died. The deaths include a CEO of a Bulgarian mobile phone company who had died at the age of 46 from cancer, a mafia boss, and an alleged cocaine-dealing estate agent. I love the way that was worded. But both the mafia boss and the agent were actually gunned down. All three died within 4 years of each other, and since then the number has since disappeared, or rather been suspended, and the company who issued the number refuses to comment on the matter. So, if any of you guys out there have that number,
I mean, they haven't...
beat the odds.
I guess, but I don't think if they said they're getting not, like... They're being weird about it because they're like, oh, we just don't give out that number.
Yeah, we don't give out that number. Are you a bad person? Yeah, well, here you go. Not to say that CEO member, the Bulgarian guy, mobile phone company is bad.
It is ironic. A cocaine-dealing real estate salesman.
Like, they had, like, the article I read literally had that in there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, cocaine-dealing estate agent. Like,
all right. Everyone's got their niche, I guess.
I guess, like, you guys want to buy a house? You guys want to make it go real fast? We get the paperwork right now. We could also watch ESPN.
I mean, so he's either really rolling in cash or he has just a problem and can't sell houses. So he relies on dealing cocaine.
He's like, they didn't want to buy the house. Just runs into the fucking kitchen, does a nummy really quick, and runs back out. He's like, more!
You want this house?
You want it. It's great. It's the best house ever. Come inside. Let me show it to you.
All right, well, that's an interesting...
Mm-hmm. Up next is a very peculiar vase.
A very peculiar vase?
Now it's a Bassano vase.
Say that again so everyone can understand you, please.
It's the Bassano vase. It was a wedding gift for the bride the night before her wedding near Napoli, Italy. The night she was murdered, she had the vase in hand. It was passed down in her family from her untimely death, though everyone who it was given to died shortly afterwards. After an undisclosed amount of deaths in the family, they sealed it off in a box. Well, lo and behold, 1988 rolls around, and guess what comes back with it?
Cocaine?
And jazz! Oh, man. But they found it back in 1988, but they also found a note written with it, and it just said, and I quote, "Beware, this vase brings death," end quote. Then the vase was auctioned off for roughly $2,250.
Because why the fuck not?
Yeah, let's make a profit off it. Die. So they sold it, but they also excluded the note.
Fucking dicks.
It's like, we'll sell this. Let's see if it's real.
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah, the person who bought it was a pharmacist who died within 3 months of the auction.
Well then.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And then 3 more deaths followed until the family who owned it gave it to the police and demanded it be taken away. And it has yet to resurface again.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Mystery vase out there might kill you. Be wary of all vases.
I wonder if there's been like a movie that just like slipped by us that was about that, because that could be totally a movie back in the 80s.
Yeah, a vase that kills.
Yeah, I mean they had demonic toys and like, I think that was like early 90s.
Maybe. Yeah, that was early 90s.
But still, the concept was there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's horror. It's I don't know. If nobody's done that yet, do it now. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I think there's a band called the Screaming Skulls, right? Maybe?
I don't know.
Well, this next one is the Screaming Skull of Burton Agnes Hall.
Ooh.
Catherine Ann Griffith died in 1620 in an Elizabethan manor in the village of Burton Agnes, England. The skull is that of Catherine, who had died by unknown assailants. The skull, after removing it from the house, is said to conjure a horrific ghost that would scream in such intensity it would cause anyone in the house to flee in terror.
That's okay.
That's some fucking metal shit, dude.
Yeah.
Write an album in that house.
I would put the fucking skull in the studio.
Just put tape recorders in there until you get like enough EVPs, and just put like a metal album. And you have enough lyrics from like dead people. Yeah, like who's the singer? I don't know.
A ghost that screams in my studio, man. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different names. There's Beelzebub, Baphomet. I don't know. Oops. But speaking of hell, the Anguished Man.
The Anguished Man is such a creepy fucking painting.
I would love to have a copy of that, and I would hang it up as long as like nothing happened. But I don't know. It's kind of really upsetting just staring at it. It just puts you off. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's like if you've seen Pink Floyd The Wall with the kids when they had the mask on, when it's another brick on the wall, when they're falling into that meat thing. It looks like that, but just covered in fucking blood with no nose.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like someone just got their skin ripped off and their nose ripped off.
Yeah. And it's just this face that's staring at you. But the artist was said to be so disturbed in many, many ways, and that they had mixed their blood into the paint while painting for whatever reason. And upon completion of the painting, they immediately committed suicide. The owner of the painting, Sean Robinson, claims to have heard weird noises and seen ghastly sightings, only when it was hung up in his bedroom. I don't fucking know why you would hang that in your room.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and take a look at this painting, and it's definitely, I mean, in the video I watched about this, I would hang it above my fireplace.
Yeah.
But I would not put it in my bedroom.
And most of these, as long as we have the link, it will be posted below in the bio. So go ahead and get on over there and, scare yourself.
I mean, this one, to me, is a little fascinating because it sounds very ritualistic. I mean, he's using his own blood as, like, a paint, and then kills himself upon completing this painting. So it's almost like, it almost seems...
Like he put himself into the
Yes,
into the work.
He put, like, a real dark force behind the painting itself.
That kind of reminds me of Chucky. Or I should say Child's Play. The original one.
Okay.
When he does the whole, like, incantation thing. It's like, the power I beg of you, and puts himself into the doll.
Yeah.
Charles Lee Ray. But yeah, that's what that reminds me of. But I do know a lot of artists who kind of go above and beyond and just put a lot of work into their stuff, and they feel very into their own work. I mean, I don't remember who it was, but a while back we were talking about how one of the bands that we were into made an album or a vinyl, and it had consisted of blood from the band members.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but it was a couple years ago. We were looking into it, and yeah, it was really interesting. Like the lengths that certain people will go. So this one can go either way, but regardless, there's some type of weird, off-putting feeling with this specific painting.
Yes.
Much like the Crying Boy one.
Yes.
And just because we're on the topic of it, this didn't make our list, but it is an honorable mention, is The Hands Resist Him.
It's another painting.
I hate that one. I don't like that one.
That one's really weird looking. It's got this little boy with this lifelike doll next to him, and they're standing in front of this pane glass kind of like door window.
And there's like arms reaching out to him.
There's
but
hands.
You can't see. Yeah.
But it's supposedly said that the boy actually disappears from the painting at times.
Yes.
Because the little girl doll has a gun and scares him, so he leaves, and he's supposed to come into the real world.
Damn.
Yeah, that's another really good one. We should put a link for that one too.
Yeah. I guess inadvertently it just made the list just by bringing it up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Can you imagine? I'm just gonna trail off here just for a second. Can you imagine having that painting in the house and then doing the that ritual that you put all the shit into a doll and you give it a knife and you have to? It was hide and seek. It was the hide and seek dark challenge thing.
Oh, dark hide and seek. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
Get a doll that looks like the boy too, and next thing you know, you see it running around. It's not in the painting. Oh, that's a movie in itself right there. That's a movie in itself.
Count me out.
But let's move on to something that's a little bit farther away. Let's go to New Zealand.
Oh, we're going quite far away.
New Zealand. I love New Zealand. I want to go there so bad.
I have always said, and I still say this, I would love to go there and LARP on acid.
I think anybody would.
Dude, that would be fucking fantastic.
I just don't want to know that I'm like being dosed or something. I just want it to happen, and then like when I get there, it's just like, this is just how it is. Just like,
this is life now.
keep me out in the fields forever. Just fucking have a supply drop that looks like a dragon. It's just like, they're here. And like, give me my lemnis bread.
Anyway, what's up with New Zealand?
Oh, I lost myself there for a minute. The Maori warrior mask.
Okay, this one is another one that's quite interesting.
Yes. Pregnant ladies, and as well as the ones that are menstruating, beware this mask. It is unsafe to your health and to your child's safety. Apparently, in Wellington, New Zealand, a Maori museum warns women who are pregnant or menstruating to stay clear from multiple artifacts inside the museum, one of which is the warrior mask. The mask is said to invoke a curse when it comes into contact with the women who are menstruating or expecting a child. In the Maori tradition, it's said that these women are tapu, or rather taboo. So the artifacts, if in close proximity, could cause a curse. Though it didn't go into like what would actually happen. I don't know if it's going to be like, it's going to kill your kid or what.
Yeah, anything I was looking up to didn't really have much specifics about it. It's just a bullshit sexist fucking curse.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Well, I mean, it's their tradition. So I mean, I get everybody around the world has their own like type of things. Like that's taboo to us, and like the way that kind of like described it, it really reminds me of Green Inferno, but it's completely different in a way in certain aspects.
Okay,
certain aspects. It's just the whole factor like the menstruating women type thing, and then they were going to do female gender mutilation on her, and that's a big problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just where my mind went when I heard this type of thing. You see how it's kind of like...
Yeah.
It's just the way that the tribes kind of work, and that's like their politics and stuff, and beliefs. But speaking of different beliefs and everything, something that actually stems from Judaism is the Dybbuk. And there's the Dybbuk Box.
Now, this one's just a generalized, cursed objects.
Well, it started off with the famous one. The one that you were looking into the story about.
Yeah.
About the Holocaust survivor. And I don't remember the entire story. I know we just watched it too, but keep looking at all this information. Everything's just swarming around.
Yeah.
But the Dybbuk Box is essentially a box, or rather the original one was like a little cabinet that held the essence of a demon, or rather a very negative spirit. And it could cause multiple types of things to happen to you. You can actually buy these on Amazon and eBay and stuff like that. People just, I guess, want demons.
For some odd fucking reason, why not?
No, seriously, like, they warn people, like, this shit can go fucking so bad. And, like, it got, this dude's original story was so strong when he sold the first Dybbuk box online. He wrote a story to the buyer. The guy who sold it, his name was Kevin Mannis. And when he sold it, he sold it with the story. And the story was so profound that Hollywood picked that shit up really quick. And in 2012, they released The Possession, which was inspired from his story.
Nice, okay.
But you can buy these online. And, like, the prices obviously differ, but you could suffer from everything from night terrors to contracting strange diseases.
Well, if you really feel like challenging and challenging these kind of curses, you can find them online again, as he said, and it's spelled Dybbuk. You want to buy one because fuck it, why not?
Yeah, because fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We're not the ones that's selling it. We're just
saying.
I wouldn't want to sell a demon. I'd feel bad about that.
Selling a demon to someone?
Yeah.
I mean, first off, how are you getting the demon in there? I guess that's
candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, okay. All right, then. I'm pushing past that one.
Satan likes Skittles.
Only Skittles, not the fucking purple ones, though.
Not the purple ones?
Not the purple ones. He does not like
I
them.
love Skittles, though.
Skittles are great.
Skittles are really good. Fuck, I want Skittles now.
All right, we need to stop talking about candy. How about the Lem Woman statue?
Ah, yes. Going back to 1878 in Lem, Cyprus.
Now, this one... I got some good information on this as well.
I've only got a little bit on this one.
This one was... it's quite a fascinating story because this statue has also been dubbed the goddess of death.
Yeah, that's really weird. But didn't it also say that they were supposed to represent fertility and life?
Yes.
That's kind of a 180.
I know, you kind of like had one job there, you know?
Yeah, I know.
But it was taken by Lord Elfont in the British invasion of Cyprus in the 1870s.
And
within 6 years, him and 6 of his family members were dead. After that, it was bought by Ivor Manucci, and his entire family died within 4 years.
Sounds about right.
Then after that, there was multiple other families. The cycle kept repeating. Someone would buy it, and then their whole family would die. I think that happened like another 3-4 times.
Yeah, the one that I got said at least 4 families, at least. So there could be more.
Yeah, there could be.
But this thing was carved out of limestone and estimated to be around from the year 3500 BC. The remaining two members of the last family that actually owned it gave it away to the Scottish Museum in Edinburgh, Scotland. Allegedly, the museum's curator, who was handling the statue, also died within a year of receiving it.
Which, again, kind of, it's like, that's a little creepy. I mean, if you want to go see it, you could go to the museum, check it out. It's
I'd love to see it.
Behind some thick glass. So, I guess you're not going to get cursed.
Yeah, unless you, touch it, I guess.
Yeah, don't touch it.
I guess it's like the whole thing with Annabelle, Yeah. Like, just don't touch it.
Yeah.
What if you had like a staring contest with Annabelle? I don't mean to bring that one up because that one's so overdone.
I mean, it's a doll. You're gonna lose.
What if you didn't?
What if it blinked before you?
I would just scream, "I win!" and then fucking run.
Yeah, just run. Fuck out of there.
I win.
All right, so let's go. Let's go to one that takes you a little bit closer to your family ancestry, there, buddy-o.
Oh, well, we're not from this area, but. In Cork, in Ireland, there's the Blarney Stone. Or at least it's close to Cork. I'm not pinpoint accurate with this. But they say that if you kiss the rock, it brings good fortune. Removing any part of it is said to bring on an evil curse. And those who have taken a portion of the stone have suffered in various ways, such as financial loss, depression, loss of work, and so on. And those who realize that it's part of the Blarney Stone curse are said to meld the pieces back to try and halt it. But here's the thing. Don't fucking kiss the rock.
Yeah, don't kiss the Blarney Stone.
I've heard so many fucking stories just like, oh yeah, I pissed on the rock, waited 20 minutes, and then saw one of the tourists come over and kiss the rock. It's like, you just kissed our piss.
Yeah, just... You want to go sightseeing? Just don't kiss the fucking stone.
I mean, if you do, take a photo.
Take a photo so everyone can laugh at you.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's funny. I mean, like it's a famous little location, but I wouldn't do that. Whether it's true or not that people are peeing on it or not, I wouldn't want to put my mouth on something that's just like chilling there,
Yeah.
I mean
that's kind of common sense, but in this day and age we tend to lack common sense.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Whether you're intoxicated from something or if you're just like, oh, I'm in the moment, just try not to do it. But let's move on over to some YouTube type videos that we can watch that are supposedly, reportedly, allegedly, whatever you want to call it, cursed.
Are you talking about the videos we watched before we recorded?
Yes. And these all vary in different ways. Some you might know, some you might not. But let's go ahead and start off with Mickey Mouse killing himself.
Oh, what was that called? SuicideMouse.exe?
AVI. Yeah, suicidemouse.avi.
This one was so weird.
I don't know. I mean, when it comes to curse, it's really hard for me to actually believe something else is a shit ton of proof, I guess. But that's up in the air. But with this one, Mickey walks until this clip shorts out in a really weird way. I don't even know how to describe the way that it glitches out.
Yeah, it seems like it's just one constant loop of Mickey Mouse looking depressed walking down the street, and then it starts clipping and then fades to black.
Yeah.
And when it comes back, he looks different.
Yeah, he returns with these skinny legs, an elongated face with this weird wailing in the background. Then randomly heavy audio distortion that sounds like someone screaming. And then he gets a Glasgow smile and his eyes fall out.
Yeah, it happens really quickly. We had to rewatch it 4 times. Yeah, I thought it was a little entertaining.
Oh, it was entertaining, but I don't wonder how many times we cursed ourselves. We watched all of these, so if anything happens to us, go through our list and try to figure out which ones killed us.
Yeah, which one do you think killed us?
They find us masturbating to a suicide mouse.
I mean, I would be concerned if anyone masturbated to that video. Let's go on to the next one.
Me too.
It's not what I was doing when I was in the bathroom. What do you know?
Are you listening to Radio Disney? Go away. Obey the Walrus. That's another video. It was so.
It was
hard to watch.
It kind of was.
Not as in like scary, but as in just it wasn't the greatest put together, I guess, in a way. There's creepy, distorted children music. Someone who is physically deformed, dancing and walking around in a white dress, whether they're being forced to or whether it was like some type of type of project they were doing for school or what have you. It's just it's off-putting with the way that the person is just staring into the camera. Yeah,
that was my main thought, was trying to figure out, is this something you're doing against your will or not?
Yeah, I've heard multiple things online, whether it was like an actual student project, whether it was somebody who was forcing this other person to act the way they were in the dress, and it's really hard to get all these clear, defined answers when you're going back so far with very little information.
Yeah.
But that was Obey the Walrus. There's the Grifter.
The Grifter was fucking weird.
I liked it.
I did like that one.
The Grifter. It was, think The Ring. Like the actual movie that they watched in The Ring, not The Ring itself. The one that obviously is cursed. But with more disturbing images, videos, and kind of a lower budget. There's a long hallway that this dude's walking down. You hear babies crying. It cuts to a baby actually crying. And then they take a hatchet. I didn't see that part. I was typing it out as you were watching it. You're like, they took a hatchet.
Yeah, there's like, it shows this baby crying, someone holding it, and then it cuts to someone grabbing a hatchet, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, and then it goes immediately to someone trying to get into a room, and the clip kind of like starts skipping a little bit. Then it goes silent while it's still filming, and then blood comes out from under the door.
Yeah, someone's like pounding on this door as someone's just in there looking at the video. There's no heavy breathing. There's nothing to signify this person's freaking out, but as he said, blood starts pooling in from underneath the door.
The way that you said that, catch it, and then I saw somebody trying to get in, my mind instantly went to The Shining, and I'm like, oh, it's Jack Torrance, he's gonna get in there, he's gonna get you. And then, like, everything went silent, and then the blood came out from underneath the door. At least we're speculating it's blood. I think it was black and white, and it was like a dark liquid.
Yeah.
You know?
It was... So this one, it was pretty good. I thought this one was pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. A lot of these are very artsy.
Very.
And there's certain ones that are just like, I really like the way it's shot, but I don't like the overall, the execution of everything, you know? Like, certain scenes are just really good that could be so much better. Not specifically this one, but just overall. We've seen so many of these that, you know, people put their heart and soul into, and it's like, I know I'm not getting cursed. I know this is like a student project.
Yeah.
But speaking of really weird things that are put together, let's go to username 666. This one has been around for a while.
This one will take you back to like original YouTube.
Yeah, this is pretty old. I mean, wasn't he using like Windows XP or something?
Windows Explorer.
Yeah, no.
That was one of the comments.
Internet Explorer.
The real horror here is the fact that he was using Internet Explorer.
Yeah, it was one of the comments on there. Yeah, in the video, this guy goes to youtube.com/666. He keeps clicking refresh, and the page slowly begins to change. Icons begin to have a red X over it, and they all say 666. The page comes back black and transitions to a bloody background, or at least it looked like a bloody background, like pulsating meat or something. An icon appears. He clicks on it and then goes to the user page where a random gross videos of organs and pulsating images appear again. It won't allow you to exit, and the page progressively gets more Lovecraftian and Hellraiser-esque. All his history, because he tries to go back and tries to go to a random different page like pages ago, it all reads 666.
He can't close out the tabs. He keeps trying to exit out. At one point, he even tries to turn off his computer, and it won't let him.
Yeah, it's like has full reign over his entire computer. And then it kind of just ends with something like reaching out to him, and then the clip ends.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Take it for what it is, but it is definitely fun. It is definitely a good watch. I'll say that. A good watch. I don't think I would ever say that during a cursed video thing.
Yeah, this is a good one to watch, guys.
You should watch this with the lights off. Get the Ouija board. Let's move on to The Curse of Sarah Black.
The Curse of Sarah Black.
The Curse of Sarah Black. The video is much like The Ring and the other video that we were talking about, and if you watch it, the ghost of Sarah Black will get you. Though, to be fair, icons from the video games such as Silent Hill are present in the film, which does take away from any and all credibility. It ends with a jump scare of a face. That's like, it's like a demonic woman,
Yeah.
of sorts. And it's all, you can tell it's all a jump factor scare type thing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then how could we forget about WPKEPKW?
I'm trying to remember what this one was.
This was really nothing. It was a blurred face and disturbing, distorted noises. That was literally from beginning to end all it was.
It was like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. Out of all of them, that's probably the one that's going to get us. That's the one that's going to curse us.
That's the one that, the one that's seemingly of nothing is the one that has actually cursed our lives, and we're going to die now.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. But you guys could listen to this, and this is how we died, guys. Okay, forgive my crappy pronunciation, unless you want to try reading this. Marina Mordegard Gleskov. It starts off with a red screen, and there's this dude who kind of looks old-timey, like maybe like from the 50s or something, and he's just staring at you, and it keeps glitching around, cutting in close to his face, coming away, his eyes looking around, and being all creepy and stuff. And then there's like this weird demonic laughing that comes in. At one point, he gets what we thought was like a Mohawk, Deathhawk spike type thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all red. He's just like staring at you the entire time of the video. But then right before it ends, he smiles.
Yeah, it's really awkward smile. It is really quite creepy.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching that by yourself, I'd definitely be like looking over my shoulder a little bit, you know? Even if I was standing in a corner.
Yeah.
Carl Mayer. All one word. This video was found also on YouTube, and this one starts off with creepy laughing over pictures of flowers.
Yeah, this one was just mostly just really creepy, odd laughing and flowers. Pretty flowers.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of like children laughing, and some of it was distorted and like tuned differently, but it was unsettling. I think that was the overall thing of it, and it definitely hit its mark. Because you've seen like all these beautiful flowers and like kids screaming for whatever the fucking reason and laughing. And then at one point you also see Stephen King's It.
Yeah, they show Pennywise. Yeah. Tim Curry as Pennywise there.
Yes. Yeah, the 90s version. But overall, that was pretty much all that video was.
Yeah, really was.
I would suggest watching it if you want to curse yourself. It's
if you want to curse yourself.
Oh, don't you know there's flowers and children? So it's got to be a happy time, right?
Yeah.
Probably a playground somewhere. Somewhere in that field of flowers.
Don't tell a priest that.
Wow.
Hi-yo!
But before we get to the last one that we'll be talking about, I do want to throw in like just a few honorable mentions.
Okay.
King Tut's army, wow. He doesn't have an army anymore. King Tut's tomb.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into it because I'll be going a lot more into that actual curse itself in the future in, Origins of Horror, The Mummy.
Yes, we're giving you a little sneak preview. That one's coming.
Oh, yes, we'll be talking about the curse because that has something really big to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, there is The Ring video inside the movie The Ring, which we've mentioned twice so far in some of the other supposedly cursed videos, but I do think that deserves an honorable mention because it's the inspiration for these type of videos recently. What the fuck is he up? His face is cocked at an angle on my leg and his ass is up in the air. I'm talking about a cat.
My cat Vash is just so lovey. He's so skittish of people, but he's just so lovey.
Yeah.
What? What's there, buddy? All right, get your butt down.
And of course, there's the Terracotta Army.
The Terracotta Army.
Yes, the Terracotta Army. And of course, there's the Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon?
Yeah, the Necronomicon. Because apparently there's a certain part that if you read it, you're cursed.
I'm pretty sure you could find it at fucking Barnes & Noble for what, $17.99?
The Necronomicon? What, you've priced it out?
You can find it. They have it sitting at Barnes & Noble.
I kind of want to just go there and just stare at it, walk up and down the aisles, not looking at anybody.
Just walk blindly.
It's like the Necronomicon told me to. Can I have a large latte? That's exactly how I do it too. Just blank stare, drooling. The last one that we will be talking about tonight is something that, during the hearing of this, when you hear this will have already passed.
However, during the recording, it's about to come around.
It's going to happen tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
The movie Antrum.
Antrum.
Antrum. Apparently, this supposed cursed film disappeared in 1979 and re-emerged just last year. Supposedly so cursed that it is deadly and has killed over 60 people. In order to watch the film, you must sign a contract. It was
a waiver?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Contract waiver, whatever it's actually called. But it was being shown at the Horrible Imagings Festival in Santa Ana, California from August 30th to September 1st. So if you saw it, let us know how that was, because I am genuinely interested in this. If this is just a marketing ploy or who knows, maybe it actually is, you know?
Mm-hmm. I would be very fascinated to know what this movie is about.
But the director of the festival is the one that called for the waivers. It's like, if we're going to show this, we need people to not blame us for their deaths. Like, you saw a cursed video on your own.
Yeah, this was your own fault.
Yeah.
Can't blame us.
But that's weird. That's exactly what you don't do with a cursed film.
But show it to a bunch of people?
Yeah.
Let's put it on a big screen. Sell some tickets.
Seriously. It's like putting the Ring video in Blockbuster back in the day. It's like, some little sport will watch this.
Yeah.
They'll probably think it's Lord of the Rings. But that's Antrum, and I want to see it, but unfortunately we are not anywhere near California.
So if any of our California fans go, if you've seen it, please message us.
Yes.
Give us a review.
Or send us a link if there is one, I guess.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm not sure if I want to curse myself any more than I already have today.
Besides all the videos we watched.
Yeah, all 13 cursed things that were on there. Yeah. So with that said, I would say that this episode is drawing to a close.
Yeah, we're done telling you about the curses.
The curses and the spooky things that will haunt your life.
Again, I guess we can, if you guys stay tuned in future episodes, you'll find out if we're cursed or not.
Yeah.
I mean, my life's been pretty shit for the last week.
Shit happens,
At least I can laugh at it.
Maybe
in a sad, terrible sort of way, but I'm still laughing.
Yeah.
I just made you really uncomfortable.
I just don't know what the fuck to say to that. I was already in the role. I was just like, yeah, we're closing out the show, and you're just like, bombshell. I'm like, stare at the fridge.
Well then. As always, you could like, subscribe, follow, click that bell, stay notified.
Yeah, join us on Facebook Live when we occasionally do this live, and you could, curse us or do something. I don't know. I'm sure many people already have.
That's fine.
That's fine. We got counter curses.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we'll see you next Wednesday at 6.
Yeah, we love you.
Oh.
Witch's Hill.